Hi everyone, in the words of Monty Python, and now for something completely different. Before I do that, I'm going to just quickly show you where I am. I'm on the north coast of Jericoacoara, or the north coast of Brazil, in a place called Jericoacoara. And when you say it, you have to say it like that. Today, I want to talk to you about something I've never spoken about online, ever. And that is energy. Actually, I may have probably mentioned energy, but in a way that I'm about to talk about, I've never talked about before. And what I'm talking about is the idea of setting up your day so that things happen in a really cool way. And I'm talking about synchronicities and serendipitous moments. Have you ever had these days where you have all these serendipitous moments happen again and again, one after the other, and your day just starts to kind of look really cool because all these things happen in a really cool way? And you reflect at the end of the day because you're journaling, something I really recommend. And you're reflecting on all this stuff that happens, and you're going, yeah, this happened, and then I met this person, then I received this email, then I got this letter, and all this cool stuff happened. I call these serendipitous moments, or synchronicities. And you may be thinking, where are you going with this? Well, we can actually set up our days in the morning to give ourselves the right alignment to attract these kind of serendipitous moments. And I've been learning about this for the last couple of years. And in more recent months, I've really started to see this unfold almost magically in my life. And I've been very fortunate to have the time to really explore all this kind of stuff. And from a number of different resources, I've learned about what I'm talking about now. So before I continue, I'll just talk about something Einstein said a few years ago. He said, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and it will be yours. This is not philosophy, this is physics. I think that's the quote. It may have been E equals MC squared. No, he did say this quote. And what he means is, we are nothing but energy. That's all we are. We are made up of a giant cluster of cells, like 50 odd trillion cells. Every one of these cells is vibrating at a frequency. Every sense that we have, whether we can see or hear or smell or taste or touch, everything is energy, everything is frequency. We are vibrational beings, whether we know this or not. This is fact. And what a number of pioneers in quantum physics and various other areas are finding is that we have the power to impact and influence our reality by the quality and the standard of our emotions. So what am I talking about? Every emotion that we have or experience carries with it a frequency. And there are high vibrational emotions, and then there are low vibrational emotions. And if you want to look up one resource on this, it's actually David Hawkins. It's all about scales of consciousness. So what's really cool in the world of energy is that when we do our best to really maintain chronic states of high vibration emotions, we can quite literally not only impact the health of every cell in our body, but we can actually impact and create and influence what shows up around us in our lives. And I'm seeing this myself now, and I'm pretty excited to be bringing this to you in my program as well, which is really, really awesome stuff. Because just the idea of emotions on the health of our cells, it is now known categorically that the quality of our emotions impacts the health of our immune system. It impacts the pharmacy of chemicals that are secreted in the body. Bruce Lipton, who wrote The Biology of Belief, has pioneered this beyond belief. And I just laugh because Beyond Belief is the name of a brilliant documentary series on Gaia. So belief is really so powerful in the human body. When we believe we can heal, when we believe we can do something, ultimately we can. If you believe this is a Tony Ford thing, but he said, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. And it's so true for the internal body and externally to our human body as well. The placebo effect is all about the quality of your belief in healing the body. And in about a third of cases of apparent healing from pharmaceutical medications, it's actually the placebo effect that's actually created the results, not the drug itself. So this is a very powerful thing to know, and something we must know in order to really take it upon ourselves to heal our own body. When we know that the body is designed to heal, we were born healing, it's constantly trying to be in a state of balance. It's just our job to create the right environment within the body to allow the body to do what it is ultimately designed to do. And that means what we put in our body, how much we move, what we're exposed to, the kind of toxins and stuff, reducing exposure. And then the big one is managing emotions. And part of that might be releasing trauma from the body, figuring out why we get triggered by certain things when other people don't. Understanding what stress is and really reframing things so stress doesn't impact the body and the immune system. This is really, really big stuff. And this is all stuff that I'm bringing into my program now. And I'd like to invite you to join because it's so super cool. I'm helping you implement my program, which is I got an award for. It's called the Inflammation Solution Program. And I'd like you to be a part of it. One thing I've not talked about is a very, very cool eventuality that happened, and the whole reason for this was to talk about a synchronicity, or a whole sequence of synchronicities that happened with me, for me, a few days ago. So I'm here, north coast of Brazil, kite surfing, and we do these downwinders, meaning you get driven like 15, 20 kilometers north or upwind. Oh, it's boring, whatever. We get driven somewhere and kite surf. And I went to this place that I'd never been to with a bunch of people I don't know, with a kite that was too big for me, too much wind, basically. And I had a problem with the lines. And what this meant was I couldn't kite surf. So I brought the kite in. I was kind of going, oh, this is a little bit fascinating. And I brought the kite in, and I thought this is interesting because I don't know anyone, and I don't know how to get back to where I started from. I don't speak Portuguese. They don't speak English, and this is going to be interesting. So I just thought, okay, it's cool. I've set up my energy for the day. I'm just going to allow this, just see what happens. So what happened? Well, a few minutes later, a buggy came along and picked me up. When I say a buggy, I mean a driver on a buggy. And because buggies don't tend to drive themselves yet, they probably will, but not yet. And it was driven by a Frenchman. I could speak French, and we ended up talking French to each other. And he drove me to this place where there was a kite surfing school run by this guy that looked like Jason Statham. What's Jason Statham doing here? Hello, me. I just gave myself a giant compliment there. I've got a shaven head, that's about the only similarity. So Jason Statham started talking French to me. And he said, hey, I'm not going to do a French accent. Oh, bonsoir. Apparently I am. So, that's good evening though. So he said, let me help you out with your lines. He was very generous and he started helping me out with my lines. And it transpired the lines were totally perfect. And he said, you know, sometimes these things just kind of happen for no reason. You'll go and put your kite up again, it'll be absolutely fine. So and that's basically what happened. But while he was helping me out, he said, where are you from? I said, England. He said, whereabouts? I said, outskirts of London. He said, oh, my old boss is from England. I was like, oh yeah? He goes, you may know him. I was like, all right. It's quite a small country. I thought he was messing around. And he said, yeah, Richard Branson. I was like, Richard Branson? He goes, yeah, I was his kite surfing instructor on Necker Island. So I'm like, okay, you're officially the coolest guy I know. And he said, yeah, I taught him how to kite surf. So I've got a bit of envy for him right now. I thought, what a cool life you have. And anyway, I said, I've been trying to contact him. When I say I've been trying to contact him, I've been putting energy out in the universe, trying to attract this eventuality to happen into my life. And he said, what do you do for work? I said, well, I've written a book which I'm helping people heal themselves, empowering people to take the health into their own hands, to become free of symptoms, pain and medication by getting to the root cause of their illness, which is chronic inflammation in just about every illness known to man. And you may know I've helped people reverse all kinds of things by helping them reverse the number one cause, which is chronic inflammation, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, arthritis, gout, IBS, migraines, obesity, Parkinson's disease. It's crazy. All of this stuff, same root cause. So I I told him that, and I said I'm empowering, helping people heal themselves, basically. And he said, well, I can't put you in touch with Richard Branson, but I can put you in touch with his son, who runs the health part. I was like, oh, Virgin Active. He said, yes. So he's connected me with Richard Branson's son, and it may be that I get some support putting this stuff out there. Because this stuff needs to get out into every single person's hands in the Western world, because we know the Western medical system isn't really working for any common illness or chronic disease. It's brilliant in emergencies, I must say that. It just doesn't work for common illness and chronic disease. The very notion of long-term use of medications is proving this. So, this is just an example of a synchronicity that happened on Wednesday last week. Initially, you may hear this and go, you're talking absolute cod shit. And then you start doing it, and you're like, oh my god, some kind of cool shit's happening. Sorry for swearing. So yeah, I'd like to invite you to join my program so you can experience some of this kind of stuff. It's really cool. I mean, this is cool. We have the power to influence not only the health of every single cell in our body, but our lives as well, external to the body. Very cool. Hit the link below this video. See you in the members area. Oh, by the way, $20 a month, you get access to my full inflammation solution program, which is delivered over the next 6 to 8 weeks. So I'd expect for you to stay at least 2 months. And you get a community, there's a Facebook community, and we're going to be doing Facebook Lives once a week, and on a particular topic of interest, covering the physical, mental, and the spiritual. And finally, we're going to do one documentary viewing session every single week, where we talk about stuff and we help each other implement, and we really share the best nuggets and how you can implement stuff. So I'm going to run this whole thing. I want you to be in there so you can heal your own body, take your power back, stop relying on doctors, stop relying on anyone else, so you can heal your own body. That's how it's done. I've interviewed lots of people who have healed themselves of incurable conditions according to Western medicine, as well as helping people reverse incurable conditions myself. It's all by taking their health into their own hands. They've had to turn their back on Western medicine. There has been no other option for them. It's the only way. And I want to show you how to do it. So come along, take your power back. Let me show you how to heal your own body. See you in the members area, and hit the link